Frank, we're down at your lovely gym.
Cheers. Cheers, buddy.
It's a bit special, isn't it?
Yeah, it's alright, yeah. It's like I say, it's not been easy. It's not always been like this. It's been hard work, but you know, it's looking good now, and yeah, we're proud of it.
Well, the reason why I'm down here is we've just made our third female signing in Jess Wrighton.
Yes.
Lovely girl.
Yeah, she is, yeah. And a good boxer as well.
I was watching on the pads with you. She's got a little bit of a spine with her there, hasn't she?
Yeah, she has, yeah.
Some nice little combinations you're putting together with her.
Yeah.
So I was asking her how far she believes she could go, and she said a world title. And do you know something, in this climate with female boxing, that's a realistic possibility, isn't it?
Yeah, of course it is, yeah. Like I say, it's she's in boxing because she wants to go to the top, like any boxer. It's when you put on a pair of gloves and you know you want to compete, you want to win a world title, and that's what she's going to be striving for. And I will do my best to get her there, and I'm sure she'll do well in the sport of boxing. She's dedicated.
Well, she's only 21 years old. Has she been with you through her whole amateur career?
No, she hasn't. I know that she was with another club in Crewe, but I trained her when she was like 13, and then she boxed in her hometown because she lives in Crewe, Jess. And then obviously she drives now and that, so she's come back down to here and turned over with us, which is great.
Is she your first venture into the pro game? Because I think I remember chatting to you, well, it must have been like 4, maybe 5 years ago. You had a kid, I can't remember his name.
Adam Evans, yeah. I think that was in 2016. Yeah, that's how long ago it was, yeah.
5 years ago?
Yeah, it was a long time ago. Yeah, so we had Adam as well, and he was another great boxer. He just went down there, like, you know, he's obviously not competing now. He's gone to his weights now, I believe, and he's ballooned up a little bit, but yeah, Adam was a fantastic boxer. I think it was bowlers, wasn't it? We boxed
No, it was at Victoria Warehouse.
Yeah, it was, yeah,
Victoria
that was
Warehouse.
it, yeah, a long time ago. Yeah, so we had Adam, and then, like I say, I've got Danny Craven now.
Well, you just mentioned before, I didn't know that. I've known Danny, well, I've never interviewed Danny actually, but I've known about him, and quite a talent.
Yeah, he's very talented, Danny. Very talented.
Perhaps not always at the right weight.
Say that again, sorry?
But perhaps not always at the right weight.
No, yeah, he struggles with his weight. It's a thing with some boxers, isn't it? It's like, you know, when they're meant to be boxing at welterweight and they're walking around at nearly light heavyweight, it's your training camp doesn't become a training camp to prepare you for a fight. It becomes a weight loss camp, and that's so Danny, he needs to get his weight down, you know, get to a reasonable weight, and then stick it.
Will Danny be coming back then? Because you
he'll be coming back. Yeah, he'll be coming back.
And we've got another kid here,
Luke Caffrey. Yeah. He's just turning over. Luke's again, he's a great fighter. He can switch hitter. He can box on the inside, box on the outside. Like I say, you see him on the pads there.
But nice movement, hasn't
he? Yeah, he's got a great amateur record as well.
We used to have a fighter called Luke Willis. Yeah. It just reminds me a little bit of him with some of his movement.
Yeah, he's very. He's got a very loose style, but then he can switch between different styles. He can go into Philly shell, or he can bring his hands high with a traditional style. So he's got loads of different dynamics to his boxing, and you know he's got loads of different variables to his punches. So he's a good boxer. I'm looking forward to getting out with Luke.
I was mentioning before because Jesse's like the first pro with us anyway, signed with us coming out of here. She seems to be leading the way, and you've got a few young girls here that I presume going to start looking up to it.
Yeah, exactly. As you see, we've got Freya and Maddie. They're really dedicated. They're here all the time. They're always training. And like I say, Jess is paving the way for them. And so, like, you know, Jess is in the gym and they're training, and they're looking up to Jess, thinking, "Oh, that could be us one day." And it's great, and it's great for female boxing, and it invites other, obviously, girls into the gym as well.
You got many kind of fight because obviously. We've been in lockdown, so summer's day, so there's a few lads in here, but some of the kids that I was watching in here look quite skillful. There was a young kid, he looks about 12.
Nathan, he's again tricky southpaw, very skillful. Hopefully he's trying to get him out again soon. It's a highlight stage
he's
now
15.
for everyone. For Nathan, he's 15, he looks 12, but he's 15, He's he's a good boxing age. It's I'm just glad that they've all ticked over and you know they've kept a reasonable level of fitness, you know, through the pandemic.
Frank, do you feel that with Jess kicking over, if she can start leading the way, do you think there's a few other of your young amateur fighters that you'll be able to bring through into the pro game?
Well, that's the plan. That's the plan. That's what I want to do. It's like I mentioned before, with us being in a town in Northwich, we're literally having to start from grassroots, bring them through the amateur system, and then turn them pro. It's very rarely that I'm going to get like a decent amateur that hasn't come from a pro-am gym like we are, and just come straight to us. Because we're overlooked a little bit being in a town where a lot of them just go to the cities.
Do you feel this is, because I was watching you on the pads with all the kids, and you work really hard with them, and you really do interact with your fighters. Yeah. It's not just about going through the motions. I see you working slightly different with each fighter. Yeah. You know, trying to drag the best that you could out of each one of you. Do you think this is your way of? Because you wanted to turn pro yourself, didn't you, a few years ago? How many amateur fights did you have?
I had about 47, 48 amateur fights.
Oh, yeah. Was that, how long were you boxing for then?
Well, I started boxing when I was 8 in my hometown of Winsford, and then I had a lot of amateur bouts in the juniors, and then I hit like 14, 15, and just went from one extreme to the other really. And I started getting back into it, you know, in my teens. Mm-hmm. I was always coaching all the time. It's like in my old gym, Winsford ABC, where I started out, there wasn't many coaches there. So like I was always helping out with the kids, coaching all the time. And then I left that club. It's only because like I was the only boxer in the gym that had a lot of bouts. So I ended up going up to like Droylsden sparring, and I was.
All right. Is that where you met Martin then, who was helping you?
No, Martin.
Martin, he was around that area, though.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, Martin's great. He's like he come to the gym, Martin, and he's started helping out, you know, with the coaching and stuff like that, helping out with the kids. I said, oh, I'll put you, you know, on a coach's course, and he did, and like, he's done his level 1 and level 2. So he's here now, helping out with the kids and stuff like that, and it's great. And he's also a dental technician.
He was mentioning before, wasn't he? Because Josh used to be a dental technician as well. Yeah. And
so he does all the gum shields for all the boxers and that, which is great. And plus I've got other coaches in here as well. I've got Luke and Sarah, and I've got Karen and Sam. So we've got a decent team together. You know,
so you're excited about this new journey then for you?
Yeah, 100%. That's what I want to do. I want to build a stable of pro fighters. And like I say, it's hard work to having to bring them through grassroots, through the amateur system.
But if you do get some success with these fighters, then that hopefully will make it easier to attract, you know, some of the more successful amateurs or even pros that have maybe lost away a little bit, like Danny. Yeah. Danny Craven is a super talented
fighter. Yeah, he's very talented, Danny. Very talented, and I'm looking forward to getting back out with Danny. The only problem is he's got a bit of a back injury. It keeps playing up on him all the time. He's literally just texted me about 5 minutes ago actually, saying you know, he's been housebound. Like so he's got like a new job and that, and it's hard for pro boxers, you know, when they're not out boxing because they're not earning a living, so they have to go and find work. And he's got a job doing a bit of labour.
That's why I think a lot of people have found work and probably not come back to boxing.
Exactly, yeah.
At low level boxing,
I know.
you ain't making no money.
I know, that's it, that's the trouble. But someone as talented as Danny, and like in all the amateur fights that he had, he should be on decent money, and it's just very hard for him, and he just needs that break, and I'm sure he'll get it if he gets his head back in the game and, you know, gets his weight down and stuff. But like I say, he's been with me for a long time now, about 4 years now. But he only come to me because I know him. Like I used to box for Hook and Jab from the same gym. It's like I left Winsford when I was boxing. I went to box for Hook and Jab. So we had some good rounds together, me and Danny. We used to spar each other all the time. And we went over to Guernsey together, boxed in Guernsey. So like when I got my pro license, it was like, oh yeah, and I was close to him as well. He's not too far, Warrington.
So how long have you had the pro license then now?
I can't even remember exactly when it was or when, you know, when it changed, but it was just before Adam fought, you know, on Steve's show.
Yeah.
I got it then just because Adam wanted to see, again, he was another fantastic amateur, really good amateur record, and he wanted to turn pro. He said, right, well, I'll get my pro license and we'll go on a bit of a journey together. And he had the one pro fight, and again, he's struggling with his weight and stuff like that, and that was it. And he put on a really good performance then as well.
Well, like I say, I can't.
It's hard. It's an hard business to be in, especially as a coach.
Just talk about this place though. I honestly thought I should call this place the TARDIS.
Yeah.
Because when I looked outside, I just really did think it was a little hut.
Yeah.
And then you come through those doors, and then there's this big opening into this.
Yeah.
Like you can play five-a-side in here, it's that big.
It's...
And I really was blown away that it's absolutely, you've done wonders with this place, mate.
Thank you.
I presume you're going to produce a few champions, and hopefully
that's the plan.
Jess is going to be the first one.
Yeah, she's going to be paving the way. Hopefully.
And hopefully that might make you bring a few more tools.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's the plan. I'm going to bring them through the amateur system, and then when they're ready, turn them over pro, and hopefully in a few years we'll have a decent stable here of pro fighters.
Northwich back on the boxing mat.
Exactly.
I don't think he's ever been on the map.
No, he's never been on the map. No, put it on the map. But yeah, no, it's been our graft getting it to like this, but it's been worth it. Like especially when you see all the kids off the streets and stuff like that, and it gets so much use and so much benefit out of the place. Yeah, it's definitely worth putting the time and effort into it.
Frank, it's been a pleasure, mate.
Yeah, thanks, Lee.
Hopefully, like I say, I'll be down here in a few more months with a date, and we'll catch up on Jess's progress.
Yeah, cheers. Thank you, Lee.
Take care, mate. Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also, Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.